questions.
Yeah, Sterling's still out. That's the only one. Sterling Brown. Yeah.
Jason, since Luka got back from COVID, it seems like he's kind of hit that next gear that maybe we all tend to expect from him, whether that's fair or not. What have you noticed differently about his game or the way that he's kind of conducting himself that accounts for him averaging almost a triple-double the last 12 or so games?
Yeah, well, I think he had, the injury with the ankle. I think we all expect him to do that day one and didn't do it all the way to June, and that's just not, humanly possible. But maybe he had a slow start. It happens, but where he is, today, he's trending, up, and we need that. And then I think when you look at, coming back from COVID, he's playing at a high level. And so I think he's hitting his stride. And it's a good time right before All-Star break to be playing, at a high level. And then when we come back, it's 20-something games left and it's a sprint. But I think he's comfortable. He's probably believes he should be shooting the ball a little bit better. But this is, you make some, you miss some. And we all truly believe he's going to make them when they count. And so I like where he's at.
And on a more personal note for you, what do you look forward to about these games, getting to come back to the Bay Area and spend a day or two here?
It's always great to come back home, see family and friends. It's cool. I've come back as assistant coach, head coach, player, and so it's always good to see family and friends, and also to see the Warriors playing at a high level and to see that the dominance that they've had in this league by winning championships, and then also having the best players in the world.
Hey, Jason, good to see you.
Good to see you.
What's been your approach in kind of finding the balance of, forging that relationship and trust with Luka, but also wanting to make sure that the rest of the team feels involved and invested in what you're asking them to do?
I think with Luka, just, the open, from day one, we had, the conversation and just keeping that conversation going. And it's not that I have to talk to him every day. But I try to talk to the team, and he's part of the team. And a lot of times it's not just directed towards him, it's directed to everybody. And so that's just an everyday thing, checking in to see how he's doing. But that goes along with the rest of the team to make sure that he's not just the only one I'm talking to, but, KP, Timmy, DP, JB, just the whole roster. To make sure guys aren't, there isn't just, me talking to Luka, but also the rest of the team to see where they're at. Because there's, a lot going on, with our team. And so you just try to, check in and make sure that if there's a chance I can help or give advice, I try to do that.
Hi, Jason. Janie McCauley from AP. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
What's been the key to getting this group as a whole to buy in on the defensive end and just play that smothering defense that has really worked for you guys lately? And the Warriors are trying to build that same identity despite being a high-scoring offense.
Yeah, well, Golden State has the number one defense. But you look at our group, it's a constant work in progress. You introduce a system. There's going to be a time that it takes time for them to digest. As much as coaches or as players, we want it to happen after you introduce it. This group has, come together at the same time on the defensive end, and they truly believe that they can hold teams under 100 points and that this is something that can help them win. And it's not just one, it's not just two, but the team has taken on this identity that they have fun playing defense as much as they've had fun playing offense. They enjoy both sides of the ball, and you can see that when they've been playing at a very, very high level. And that's everybody, as much as people will say Luka plays one side, Luka's playing defense as much as he's telling us as coaches he should be on the all defensive team. It's fun to see this group that has been known as just an offensive team now showing that they can also play defense.
Okay, we'll move to Zoom for a few. Dwayne Price.
Yeah, Jason, how you doing?
How you doing, Dwayne?
I was wondering on Luka, his slow start, how much do you attribute that to the long off season he had last summer, including playing in the Olympics?
We can use that as an excuse if you want. I'll go with that. He played a lot of basketball. He did, and he was on the world stage, and losing a tough series to the Clippers, and then going into trying to qualify for the Olympics, doing that on a high stage, and then coming, showing the world that it wasn't just a fluke, and so a lot of basketball, and then come back to get right back to the NBA. I think that could be something that we can use as an excuse, but he won't use it as an excuse because he loves to play. But I think, he had the break with COVID. He had the ankle injury, and I think that kind of gave him a break.
Thomas.
Hey, Jason. Steve Kerr just stated that Klay Thompson is active and starting tonight. What's your thoughts on him and his recovery coming back, as this is the first time seeing him this season?
Yeah, it's incredible. Not just to come back from one injury, but for two, and it's just remarkable to see him at the level that he's playing, and so. But that's who Klay is. That's his character. He's a champion, and so I'm happy that he's back playing. It's great for the Warriors, but also for the NBA. So we're excited to have this opportunity to go against them. I'm happy he's playing tonight.
Ian.
Hey, Jason. Following up with Landon's question, how different is it game planning for the Warriors when Steph and Klay are both in the backcourt playing together versus when you're game planning for them when it was just Steph?
Well, I think what they've done with their environment is with Poole and those guys, the growth that those guys have had here of late, Poole being able to shoot the ball, from the three. But when you talk about Klay and Steph, it's probably one of the best backcourts ever to be, on the floor together. And they both can shoot, from half court. Their range is extremely deep. And so our walkthrough today, we had Klay in. So hopefully this is going to be a great challenge for us to go against the best. And hopefully we're up for that challenge.
All right. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.